Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Today we're gonna talk about another book by the Radhakrishnan Pillai, that is Inside Chanakya Mind, the Anvishaki, or you can call it as the art of thinking. I have already made one video on Chanakya Niti by Radhakrishnan Pillai, so you can check that video. You can check the I button and you will get the video, or you can check the link in the description and you will get that video. After that, I started using the Chanakya Niti in my life and I can see the different type of results. So I thought, why not read more literature on Chanakya Niti to get basic idea about what he taught. So this book will definitely help you to understand that what is Chanakya Niti or how to get most out of this Chanakya Niti. So I read this book Inside Chanakya Mind. This is a really good book by Radhakrishnan Pillai. Before we get into the review, if you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and press the bell icon so you will get notified whenever I upload a new video, because I talk about books, I talk about management, I talk about finance, I talk about freelancing, and I talk about work from home. So if you want to learn all those things, then make sure you follow and subscribe this account. Few things before we start the review. Whenever you watch a review, do not take it as a book review or book summary. It's about just to give you the glimpse that you should read this book or not. I will try to put my best on just put the facts, or just try to put my positive and the negative point of the book, and it's up to you to pick up the book or not, because I can just give you the insights from my perspective, not your perspective. So it's always better to read any kind of book to gain your own perspective and to have your own point of view about that book. Inside Chanakya Mind, this book is all around thinking, that why thinking is important, what are the type of thinking, why you should think in a different way, how you can process your thinking, because from the childhood no one taught us that how to think, no one taught us that why thinking is important, why doing the analysis is important. See, whenever you see something, a situation, you will have only one type of perspective. You never go deep down and understand different type of perspective, different type of thinking. It's just because of you have some pocket of information in your mind, and just spark whenever you see same kind of situation and you try to think in same way. But this book is more about thinking. This book is more about how to think, how you should think. This book is written by Radhakrishnan Pillai from the well-known book written by the Chanakya, that is Arthashastra. So we will get into that book in the later part, but this book is more about the art of thinking, how you should process your thinking, and why thinking plays a really important role, because thinking makes your thinkings ultimately come to the action. So if you don't have good type of thinking, if you don't have right kind of thinking, then you will never take the right kind of steps. So that's why the thinking is really important, and this book is revolve around that thinking, the art of thinking, and the word Anvishaki. So what is that word? Most of you guys heard this word first time, and most of you guys know this word from the internet. So what is Anvishaki? So it is this word is from the Arthashastra, that Kautilya Arthashastra. This is another name of a Chanakya. So Anvishaki is derived from the two words Anu and Invishaki. So Anu means that atom and Invishaki means human. So this combination of two words. But that from that process, no one taught us about the thinking. Everyone on the internet preach this, that think like this, you have to think always positive, you don't have to think negative, but no one reality in talk about that how to think. So if you want to know that how to think, how you should process your thinking, then you can definitely pick up this book. This book starts with the basic word, that is, I already told you, that Anvishaki. So what is the Anvishaki, what is the root of Anvishaki? Or this book talk a lot about the Arthashastra, Kautilya Arthashastra, that is one of the well-known book in Indian history or Indian literature. So this book is first start with the understanding of the Anvishaki word and the process of thinking, different types of thinking. The next few chapters of the books talk about the how to think, different type of thinking, different model of thinking. I'm not going to give you each and every details about this book, because I want you to read this book. I want you to use this book, your handbook. I want you to use this book, so you can, when you read this book, you can try to apply in your life. But I will give you the little bit glimpses about this book, this specific chapter, that different type of thinking. See, he used different type of thinking, like both side thinking, analysis thinking, leadership thinking, because every situation have positive and negative thinking. But Chanakya is known for understanding this kind of situation really well. He is a master of all this kind of thinking. When we talk about the leadership thinking, because of Chanakya we can see the different kind of history. Because of Chanakya we know Arthashastra really well. But Arthashastra book is in the Sanskrit, so I have not read yet, but I am planning to read it because that contains a lot of sutras and verses in that. But obviously because of the Sanskrit, I have to understand Sanskrit first if I want to read it. That's why I'm reading the updated version by Radhakrishnan Pillai, because he knows Sanskrit and he talk a lot about Chanakya Niti in the corporate Chanakya, daily Chanakya, Inside Chanakya. Even the latest book is Chanakya Niti, that is based on that book only. The next chapters are 7 dimension of thinking and 8 dimension of thinking. In the past there are 7 dimensions known as ministry, code, city, these kind of all the dimension. Not exactly going to explain all the 7, but in the today's world we can see as a leadership, management, all these kind of dimensions in today's business world. So what are those 7 dimensions of thinking, and what is the 8th dimension of thinking, which is really important. These 2 chapters are kind of a gem of this all the book, and this will help you to understand much better way thinking process, or how you can use this thinking in your real life or in your business life. The next chapter is about the other side of the Chanakya, because as a human we always tends to ignore a lot of things. We ignore important things, we ignore urgent things, we tends to ignore a lot of things in our life. So Chanakya talk about those ignorance factor. Chanakya talk about those ignorant things, that we have to do the stuff we ignore, otherwise we will never get a good life, we will never get good things in life. So understand that. Do you ignore the things? Do let me know in the comments. What do you think about this? How many times you ignored a lot of things just because you don't want to do it, just because you feel lazy, just because someone or some other person is not doing it? So what do you think about the ignorance? Do let me know in the comments. This is all the basic structure of this book. If you want to understand Chanakya Niti, if you want to understand Chanakya wisdom in really good manner, this book is really short, like hardly 100 or 200 pages. And if you love the philosophy, if you love Chanakya Niti, then you can definitely pick up this book. It's not, this book is really useful to increase your thinking, to make a process of your thinking, like to make a pattern in your thinking, if you use it in a really good way. But if you are the person who just read the books and pick up another book, never use that knowledge in your real life, then you can become a same person before the reading book and after the reading book. But my suggestion to you is, whenever you read the book, whenever you understand book, try to take the notes from that book, try to use that book in your real life. Then you can use it in real life to get a better life. Then you can move to this level, to the this level. But if you just pick up another book, then you will always remain here on this level. But if you really want to move upwards, then try to use all your knowledge, try to use all these things in your real life to make it useful. So this is all about this Inside Chanakya Mind. This book is more related to thinking process and how we should think, why we should think, because these are the things that no one taught us in your real life. So if you enjoyed this video, do let me know what do you think about the Inside Chanakya Niti, or specifically Chanakya Niti. I kind of love this book. I read a lot on the self-help book. I read a lot. I try to use them in my real life to get a better processor, to be a more productive person. And I know that how I use this book. I will surely make another video that how to use this book. But for now, if you are looking for something to change your thinking process, then I will highly suggest you to pick up this book. So do let me know what do you think about this one. If you enjoy this video, like this video, comment what you think about it. And if you are new to this channel, do subscribe and press the bell icon, so whenever I upload a new video, you get notification. Also do follow me on Instagram. If you want me to review any other book, if you want me to talk about any specific topic, do let me know on the Instagram. DM me about your topic or DM me about your book. I will try to read that book, and I will try to make that video on that specific book. So that's all for the today's video. Hope you have enjoyed this, and see you in my next video.